Ladies and gentlemen, innovators and entrepreneurs, welcome to the brand new season of Inno-Vision, your guide to innovation and entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Chandan Taparia, and today we're diving into a topic that's widely discussed but not always well understood: trading. While many of us are familiar with the concept, there are still those who fail to understand what it exactly entails. So, to shed light on this topic, we are honored to have with us on the very first episode of the third season of Inno-Vision, Mr. Chandan Taparia, a seasoned expert in the field of futures and options trading. Mr. Chandan is currently associated with Motilal Oswal, one of India's leading financial service companies, where he plays a pivotal role in market analysis and trading strategies. With his vast experience and credentials like the Chartered Market Technician and the Certified Financial Technician, he has a deep understanding of the technical analysis and the strategies that are to be used daily. So his insights are considered valuable amongst traders and investors alike. It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast, sir.
Thank you so much. All the best.
So clear your mind, grab your notepads and fasten your seatbelts, because we are about to embark on a journey to learn more about trading. So sir, as we know, like from childhood to adulthood, we learn a lot. So sir, I would really like to know, where did you grow up and what was your childhood like?
So it's quite interesting. I believe life is all about connecting dots.
Right.
You have to do so many things to land up so that you no need to introduce yourself. I belong to a small village from Rajasthan where population is not more than 6,000, 7,000.
Right.
I started my study from Marwadi or Hindi medium, and for me it was very tough to understand about the financial market. But I'm telling you the fact, wanted to do something big in life. That passion and inspiration was there from family.
Right.
And as I grew, I made my mind to learn each and everything to be better 1% by every day. So like as every child, I was quite focused, but my vision was to be a multitasker.
Nice.
I'll say that when I was 4 years old, I was participating in co-curriculum activities. I was in the stage when I was 4 years old. So I believe we need to learn, and that learning will take you the next level in life.
So you've come a long way, sir. So but when you were young, a lot of us, are inspired by someone. So sir, who was your role model in your childhood?
So it was obviously my father, and he will be. I learned so many things from him. But as I grow, I get the inspiration from so many guys. I believe life teaches you every day. Keep the learning curve continue. I'm fond of sports and cricket. I have good respect, and I believe a couple of market stalwart as my mentor. So, Chandan Taparia, one of the legend and the modest person, as I belong to Bikaner, Rajasthan, and he's from the same, I feel that why to put so much effort to be a better person. I cannot forget to take the name of Ramdev Agrawal. He is known as the Warren Buffett of India. And trust me, I learned power of compounding from him. When I talk to that person, I believe we have to think, and then we have to act to achieve whatever we want to do in life. Many cricketers like Sachin Tendulkar, Virendra Sehwag, Virat Kohli, I admire their personality, their spirit towards the game. And I believe that whatever you do in life, you need to connect. And in my field, when I talk about the future and options, I most of the time use the analogy of the cricket.
Oh. Okay.
Because life and trading is all about the game of the spirit. And you have to have the passion and the dedications. You have to be very disciplined. You have to make your strategy. So as I grow, I get the inspiration from so many guys. And this is how the journey keeps on moving and help me to be a successful person in the future and options.
So when you were in school, what were your favorite subjects?
So like maths, and I love number games. And trust me, apart from understanding the market, I'm fascinated for working on the numbers.
Maths.
So I learned numerology as well.
Okay.
And I'm the firm believer of the power of compounding.
Okay.
And when you talk about the maths and power of compounding, I'm sure equity matches the vibes. So, and when you talk about the hobbies, as I told you that I love to achieve degrees. Degrees doesn't mean that you will get the certificate, but that is a certificate for your passion and dedication.
Right.
You need to gain the knowledge, that is important. And obviously, market is my hobby. And many people ask me, what do you do apart from the market? And I say, market is my routine. It's not my job. It's my hobby and passion.
So when we're young and we're choosing a career, a lot of us take advice from our parents. So, but for you, did you have any early experiences that pushed you towards going towards marketing?
So, let me tell you frankly, I was not clear what to do in life, but I was clear that I will do something bigger in life. And thanks to my family, they were helping me to learn each and everything. Whatever things I'm doing right now, I think I've done most of things when I was quite young. Being the part of social activity group, I was the part of NCC, even the stage and the drama and the competitions, writing poem, essay writing, right? But yes, I was very clear that I love the numbers and I want to do something which is related to number, and stock market is all about the number and maths. And this is how I landed myself where I am right now.
Okay. So working in Motilal Oswal, it's a solid job, sir. So, sir, how do you balance your daily routine, like the work and the life, your daily personal life?
So, thanks to my wife, she's the backbone of my success. And I think she takes care to manage the balance between the work and the life. What usually I do, most of the time I take her advice. Even that is not required, still I take. Because I believe you require the second opinion in your life to be a better. So I think a good partner is best. And apart from that, I have so many friends, mentors. I keep on taking their advice. And I think that helps me to grow well in personal and the professional life.
Okay. So, sir, now the stock and the options trading tends to be a high pressure industry in general. So, sir, how do you stay motivated and maintain your cool and your mental health?
Is it? I don't think there is stress. You will find the stress when you don't do tricks and techniques. You will find the stress when you are working. But I'm not working, I'm just working towards my passion. Let me tell you frankly, if you allow me to speak on derivatives, I can talk 24/7. Because I'm not talking about a subject, I'm talking about my passions, my dedications. And I always believe, if you love to do what you do, life will be simple and fantastic. And if you apply this, I don't think stress will be worried in your mind and dictionary.
Right, sir. So we learnt about your childhood, we learnt about everything that you did. But when it came to FNO trading, how did you exactly start your journey?
So, as I mentioned about my childhood, I was quite dynamic. I was and I am. And I always believe in execution and the fast. I believe I meant for the speed. But same time I love maths. When I talk about the numbers and the speed, I think derivative is the only subject where I fit and suits me the most.
Right.
Because in derivatives market, it's all about T20. You cannot wait for the opportunity, you have to create the opportunity.
Right, sir.
You have to be very dynamic to change the market stance and play according to the multiple factors. When I was talking about the career, I was not sure what to do. But I built multiple roadmap And then finally I came into the market. Before I started my MBA, I completed computer diploma. I worked as a press reporter. I started my own computer center. So I was somehow being in touch with the computer, digital, marketing, management, and I think the combination of the same, the future and options and market analysis. And this is how my journey shifted from a learner to now the expert in the Indian markets. I cannot say expert, but yes, I can say expert word because I have some process, some tricks and techniques, some rule and regulations, and I think that also helps me to be a good learner in the market as well.
Okay. So, sir, Motilal Oswal has a strong legacy in the financial services. So, how does the firm's ethos and resources support traders like you in staying ahead?
So, when you talk about the Motilal Oswal, it's a big name now. And they always believe in the merit, they always believe in giving the right support and service to the customers.
Right.
The company is a physical company. That means the combination of the physical and the digital. Digital because without that you cannot reach to the end user in the fast way. But in the derivatives market you cannot make money just by the digital applications. You need the person who can guide you well.
Right.
The company has more than 4,500 advisors. With help of technology enabling, we serve so many traders and investors in day-to-day life. Again, what I learned here, when you're working in a company which is known as great place to work, they make sure that you are getting the right environment of learning, improving, and getting the better opportunity to serve the client in a better way. And if I combine all, I can say really I'm with the good organizations, and because of that helping the industry as a whole and helping so many traders and investors in their day-to-day life.
Okay, sir. So, sir, now for me, because I'm new, so I really would like to know more. So, what are some of the key skills and qualities that you believe are essential for success in trading?
So, when you talk about trading and the success, first I want to say there is no shortcut for the success in life. When you talk about the trading, you need to find out some tricks. You need to find out your own way of working. Because every person has the unique way to treat the life in the market. You have to identify what suits you most.
So, sir, we're all students here, and after a couple of years, we're going to enter the industry, we're going to start earning. So, sir, in that case, a lot of people prefer to invest in mutual funds, and then trading is also helpful for short-term gains. So, sir, what would you advise us?
What I believe that investment is necessity. The earlier you start, better the compounding will work.
Right.
At the beginning, I don't advise to trade more. Don't trade until you get the grip on the trading. First learn and then do the trading. But in investment, you need the right approach. I believe that Indian market is well positioned, and we are in the Goldilocks economy era. We believe that Indian market will grow by 14 to 15% CAGR. That means you're putting one leg, and if market gives such kind of reward, the money will be 10 times in next 10 years. So I'm not claiming anything, I'm just giving some example
Right.
with the view that if you invest, the market will reward. Because economy is growing as a whole. So make sure whatever you earn, you invest it. You can go through the SIP route, you can select the mutual funds, you can give direct to your equity buying, but make the habit of investment, that is very important. If you invest, first you will get the habit to earn more.
Right.
If you invest, your money will rotate to the saving, and that will reduce if you are having some bad habits. If you invest, that will help you to complete your dreams if you really have.
Okay.
But when you talk about trading, first earn something, then put some money to take the calculated risk if someone is interested to make quick money. But whenever you talk about the quick money, you need to keep in mind risk is always there. And never take risk without calculating. So ultimately the conclusion is take the calculated risk if you want to be a trader.
Right.
But if you want to be an investor, this market will really reward you well if you invest and stay for the long time. So request to everyone who is 25, 30 years old, start your SIP and continue for next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You will see the real test of the compounding.
Okay. So mainly when we talk about the markets, a lot of people try to look at charts, indicators, and on those lines. So sir, what is the guide? What is the one way to take entry into technical analysis?
So as I mentioned that technical is combination of demand and supply. If demand is higher than the supply, with some other factors, prices are likely to move higher.
Right.
So in technical, we look at a couple of things. First, you cannot ignore the trend. Trend is your friend, follow the trend.
Right.
There's a simple thing we always follow. And try to look at the multiple time frame. What is my weekly chart says, what is my daily chart or the monthly chart. Always go with your approach, whether you are looking for top to down approach or bottom up approach. And I'm the firm believer of the relative strength and top to down approach. First look at the sector, if that is outperforming. Then try to find out the stock, which is outperforming the entire basket. Apart from looking at the chart, one need to look at the behavior of the chart. I always believe, try to find out good 10, 15 stocks, learn their behavior, and then you can get an entry. You can follow a couple of indicators like relative strength index, RSI, can follow the Bollinger Band. But my simple and traditional approach is look at the price behavior. I believe Bhavagvaj. And that is you need to apply in your day-to-day life in technical analysis.
So we just spoke about technical analysis. What would be some technical indicators that you would advise people to use?
First, you need to keep in mind that all the indicators are made from the price. So don't ignore the price and the trend. But sometimes price doesn't reflect the sentiment and the momentum.
Right.
And that's why we need to focus on the indicators and oscillator. So the well-known and well-familiar or utilized indicator is RSI, relative strength index.
Yeah.
And I believe most of the traders use RSI. But before you apply RSI, try to understand the logic behind the RSI. It speaks or tells about the relative strength. Apart from RSI, you can use MACD or stochastic, Bollinger Band. I also believe that you need to look at some number maths like Fibonacci ratios, gain numbers, trend line. You cannot ignore the patterns. And I believe you need to have good command on all these topics if you want to get a good entry and exit, or if you have the better probability to predict the stocks.
Okay. So actually a lot of previous generation used to believe that you get a job, you get the salaries, you save them, and that's life. But recently people have started doing more into trading and venturing into it. But at the same time, there are people who are scared to take that risk because of the losses that we gain, that we incur. So what would you recommend to people who are afraid of entering trading in the first place?
I believe Gen Z, they are in the era of the Blinkit. They want everything in just 8 to 10 minutes. There is no worry, but should not be in a hurry. We need to keep in mind that when we are young, we can bear and take more risk. But you should not take more risk until you are not sure that the risk will be rewarded sometime.
Right.
I believe that calculated risk has to be taken. Even we have noticed that many newcomers are there and they believe they are the Robin Hood in the market and they lose so much money in the market. So my only advice and suggestion that is start investment. Even if you don't believe the market or if you don't understand the market in a depth, but don't start the trading if you don't know the rule of the trading. You need to keep so many things in mind, and I believe if you go from long term to very short term, you require more skill sets.
Okay.
If you ask me, what is the market view for next 15, 20 years? I have only one reply, up, up and above. But if you take this to the very lower time frame, to weekly, daily, hourly, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 minute, I require so much skill set to get it. So the clear message here, if you want to go for trading, you have to learn a lot. And don't burn your hand, because that will shaken your confidence in life. Start something with learning and then slow and steady build.
Okay.
And if you feel that that is suitable for you, you can make your career in that. This is what I believe when you talk about investment and trading all about.
So, some students like me do plan on starting out in trading in general. So now, apart from taking calculated risks, what else? What one piece of advice would you give us, the younger generation who will now step into the world of trading?
I believe automation is the key.
Right.
Try to find out some rules. You can do the backtesting. You can use the simulations. You can find the behavior of the price and then automate it. Make the rule. Make sure if you are taking 10 trades, 10 out of 10 are not going to be right. When you are losing, lose small. When you are making, make big. You have to apply this mantra if you really want to be in trading.
Okay, sir. Sir, and there's this one thing which I've heard a lot, something called paper trading, where you deal with money, like fictional money, in real-time markets. So, what is your opinion on that? Should that be used for learning?
I believe if you have to be, or if you have to learn swimming, you cannot do in a room. You have to go inside the pond or swimming pool. Yeah, it's good to do the paper trading, at least you understand the subject.
Right.
But until unless your emotion is not mixed,
Okay, yeah.
the real result may not come.
Fair enough, sir.
So rather than doing the paper trading, start the investment with small quantity. Rather than doing the paper trading, do trade in small quantity for learning point of view.
Okay.
And I think that will work better than only using the paper trading, but that is not using the emotions. And emotion is very important part of the day-to-day life in the trading.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, lastly, can you share a memorable experience or any turning point in your career that significantly impacted your professional journey?
I believe if you aim to spread happiness and knowledge, if you want to be better 1% by every day is important, and every day will be turning point for the higher growth. We have to be open to learn. And I always believe market teaches us every day between 9:15 to 3:30. And after that we need to find the good people who have positive mind to teach us to have the better psychology and positive attitude towards the life and the market. If I share some incidents, whenever I meet any personality who has really done a wonderful work in their life, meeting him makes me feel inspired. Just a couple of days back, I met Virendra Seva.
Oh, okay.
And I said, you should invest. And I asked him, what is your strategy? He said, we have to plan whatever you want to do. You cannot be master in everything,
Right.
but be the master of one. And we discuss a lot about take the risk, but take the calculated risk. And even I shared that clip in my Insta and Twitter. I met Kapil Dev, fortunate enough to get the meeting with a legend. I asked, Pazi, what do you do if you don't make zero when you are out on duck and sometimes you are making 100? He said, don't take worry, don't take tension. Whatever you do in life, do wholeheartedly.
So, what are some of the key skills and qualities that you believe are essential for success in trading?
So, I believe there is no shortcut for success. You have to work hard to find the success. Many people say that practice is important, but I believe perfect practice is more important. To be a successful person, you need to find out some tricks and techniques. You need to understand the rule of the game before you start the game itself.
Right.
Apart from that, I believe risk management is very important when you talk about the trading. I always believe if you want to be a successful person in trading, mitigate your risk. Market will reward to maximize your return. If you do the right thing with right approach multiple times with the right practice and advice, I'm sure it will turn in a profitable way. But when we talk about the risk, that will be there. And I always say that risk है तो risk है. And if you don't take risk,
Right.
it's very tough to achieve what you want to be in life. Swami Vivekananda say, take risk in life. If you win, you can rule the world. If you lose, you can guide the world. So I believe you should take the risk. And again, when I talk about the risk, I don't suggest that take the F&O trading, options trading, expiry trading. Risk means it has to be calculated.
Right.
If you are having X amount of money, you cannot put your entire money in trading to take the risk
Right.
to make more money. First try to earn. Earning means earn capital, earn knowledge, and then take the calculated risk if you want to achieve something. So I think these two things are very important in trading part.
Okay. So, sir, now we spoke about the skills and qualities. So you have deepened your knowledge in technical analysis as well. So can you explain the role of technical analysis in F&O trading and how it influences your decisions?
So technical is all about demand and supply. We say that if demand is more than the supply, prices are likely to move up or vice versa.
Right.
But I always say technical is all about demand and supply with other factor. And you need to keep in mind what are the other factors. And if you understand that, I believe you can understand the market movement. But apart from that, you need to look at the trend. And I always believe trend is your friend. Follow the trend. But before talking about the trend, try to find out which trend, whether you are looking for very short term or very long term. When I talk about the skills, a person has to be master of the numbers. And if I combine technical and derivatives, or if I talk about the trading, it's an art and science. Science because it is based on some logic, art because it requires skill set. So if you want me to sum up trading, it's a combination of art and science, and you have to put all your effort to master this art and science to be a successful person in life.
So, sir, a lot of the market trends are, you need to keep up with the market trends, right, in the financial world. So, how do you manage to do that? How do you stay updated?
I think you need to get updated every time, every day. Otherwise, you will be far away from the world. Because we are into the dynamic field. So to get updated, every time I keep on reading, stay connected to the informations which I get about the company specific, about the economy as a whole.
Right.
But apart from that, one has to get the habit of learning. As I mentioned that I have 10 degrees. That means I'm learning every day. I'm not that 10 years, 15 years old MBA pass students. I'm still learning. And that learning itself is the certificate that I want to upgrade and update myself. And I believe that is very important. And at the same time, I request everyone, make the habit of reading. Start with the newspaper reading, then move towards your academic reading,
Right.
and then go towards the financial reading. Reading is very important. I always say, learning is important. Learn, and then you can manage to remove that L to convert that learn into the earn.
Okay. So, sir, the technology is continuously evolving, right? So, how do you see the future of the F&O trading being affected by the technological advancements and the changes in the market?
So I totally believe technology is very important. And I'm a tech savvy person. Nowadays in this world, you cannot believe anything without the enabling of the technology.
Right.
Maybe your day-to-day routine, or maybe your trading, maybe related data science or the normal science. And with the combination of the technology, there will be the different future in the India. You must have noticed that in the last couple of years, the trading has shifted to automations from the traditional conventional way. Now people start talking about the contemporary theory of the trading through the automations. If you have some rule, it's very tough for you to manage those rules and execute the trade, because main is main, like the combination of greed and fear. So you have to shift towards the machine which doesn't have emotions,